being envious of everybody else doing their YouTube vids of laserdiscs and discussing their favourite ones, so I thought I'd put a few together, and it's my first time doing anything for YouTube, so we'll see how it comes out. So my first laserdisc is Return of the Living Dead. Now I used to have a t-shirt with that exact same cover on it and the exact same sort of lettering on it, splattery red, for this one. This is the Tartan laserdisc label, and it was their first laserdisc press from then about 92 or 93, and it's Tartan TVL 001. No extras on it, nothing, but it does have the original soundtrack and all the original words and everything that was said, whereas subsequent DVD releases have had slightly different soundtracks and different audio words putting in. So that's my first one. Here we've got Lucio Fulci's Zombie Flesh Eaters, or Zombie as it is called. And this is pretty much the same as, I believe, as the Shriek Show edition. There's nothing on there that's any different to that, but it's a nice disc to have if you're a Lucio Fulci fan and a zombie movie fan. And a fan of Italian gore movies as well, and quite frankly, who doesn't like those? Now here we go, here's another one. This is another Italian sort of splatter one. Rather, not a very nice one really, if you like these sort of movies, which I kind of do. But anyway, it's Cannibal Ferox, Make Them Die Slowly. This is the Grindhouse edition. Nice gatefold sleeve, comes complete with a vomit bag and a 7-inch single of the soundtrack. I don't think there's any difference between this one and the Grindhouse edition DVD, but it's a nice art cover, and if I was to have anything framed of Laserdisc, I would have this framed for myself. But if you've ever seen the film Exterminator with Robert Ginty, in a cinema on Times Square somewhere, there's a cinema showing this under the title Make Them Die Slowly. It's one of those sleazy downtown 42nd Street Grindhouse cinemas, which I wish I had been to see. Here's another Italian one. I'm going through a few Italian movies here. We've got Ruggero Deodato's The Cannibal Holocaust. This is the Italian Gore Classics label. It's got a few things on it, but I don't think there's anything on there that if you haven't got the Grindhouse Edition 2-disc DVD, then everything's on there for it. But it does come with a couple of things. It's got a nice index of the chapters, and it has a poster of the uncut Cannibal Holocaust. So that's one of those movies. Now I'm going to do one on cannibal, the whole cannibal genre at some point, because I feel it's something worth talking about. And if you're an Italian horror fan, then I'm sure you're like me and has quite a fascination with them. Another Lucio Fulci movie, City of the Living Dead. Now I've got this on DVD as well, but I picked a pile of these laserdiscs up really cheap, so I thought, well, I'll have this one. It's a nice collector's item, gatefold sleeve there with Giovanni Lombardi around it, having his head drilled through. But it's a limited edition, numbered 543 out of 750 of these, pressed by EC Entertainment from Holland. So that's a nice disc, and it's nice artwork as well. Here's quite an old one, but a classic, The Day the Earth Stood Still. I'm just taking these off the top of the pile as I find them, so, but it's a nice gatefold sleeve again, with interesting articles on there, and it's got lots of things like a commentary by Robert Wise and Nicholas Meyer. And interestingly enough, this cover art, it says done by Robert Rodriguez. Now I wonder if that's the same Robert Rodriguez that we all come to know from doing Desperado and the Grindhouse movies and all these other films since then. Here's a box set, The Abyss, widescreen letterbox edition. Now this is THX mastered, and if you're a fan of this movie, it comes with a nice fold out with liner notes and sleeve for it, and it's about 5 or 6 sides taken up with this movie, but it does have the rat scene where the rat is put into the liquid. That's uncut in this, whereas all BBFC versions, rated versions of this were cut, taken up with that scene taken out. So it's quite a nice thing to have just for that, really. Here's another box set, 7. Now I picked this up a few months ago and I was quite pleased to get this. It's one of those films I've been after for quite some time, just really for the box set. It's quite a nice looking box, and it comes with some great liner notes and all the discs, and it really goes in depth into explaining the process and transfer of the film to laserdisc, and so many different extras on it. But I don't think there's much difference between this one and the 2-disc special edition you can get now. But it's quite a nice thing to have. It's a Criterion edition, and it just looks quite impressive. Nice box. Jurassic Park. Nothing too great about this one really. I just thought I'd bring this out to show you a difference in the different version that I've got. But this is the 3HX edition. It's got a nice sort of gatefold sleeve there, but there really isn't anything special about it. So quite disappointing. That was until I found this one. This version of Jurassic Park comes in a nice sort of sleeve like a fossil. 3 sides, but comes with basically a double thing there, showing a bit of inversions. Comes with a nice booklet all about DNA, facts of dinosaurs, evolution, and a sort of wall chart here. Charting dinosaurs' life and evolution, and then DNA. Interesting, you just don't get that with DVD anymore. So it's these are why I really like laserdiscs, for all these things that they used to bring out and innovate to make the format more attractive. I couldn't afford one in the 90s. You know, it was the format that I couldn't really afford, but you know, you can find these really, really cheap, and it's quite fun to have one really. This is The Lost World. That's the nothing special about this one really, but I just thought I'd show it out, put it next to Jurassic Park. But another THX Dolby Digital Laserdisc. But I don't know if there's a special edition of this, but if there is, I'm sure I'll find it at some point. Star Wars trilogy. Now I've got a few of these, different versions of it, but this is quite a nice one. This is the remastered 97 edition. It doesn't have the book that comes with it. Some versions have a nice hardback book, but this one just has the sort of liner notes there. So that's one version of that. Nice artwork there by Drew Struzan. So that's that version. Here's another version of Star Wars trilogy from 97, special editions. This is the first pressing disc trilogy there, and it's number 1605 out of 5000 for this one, for the 97 edition re-releases. Quite nice.